Now joining us is Kevin Hall with Metro Sports. Kevin, what's going on?
Well, over the break, both our men's and women's basketball teams lost, so they need to get back on track because we're getting into the playoffs soon. The entire season, the men's basketball defense has been an immovable object, boasting the #1 defense in the RMAC. And on the opposite side of the ball, the men from Adams State's offense has been an unstoppable force, boasting the RMAC's #1 offense. What happens when these two teams collide? You get a fantastic game and an even better finish. Averaging over 80 points a game, the Grizzlies are led by Jack Osborne, and for Metro they only allow 60 points per game, led by junior Jonathan Morse. So something has to give. Adams State would jump out to an early lead at one point, leading by as much as 11 points. With his team falling fast, Coach Clark calls a timeout to try and rally his team. It would prove vital as the men would go on a 13-0 run that would carry over to the second half to take the lead by 2. Fast forward to 50 seconds left, Metro with a chance to tie it at 51, but Morse would miss the free throw. The Grizzlies with possession, but great defense by Morse and Brandon Jefferson leads to an Adams State turnover. Down by 1, 15 seconds left. Who's going to be the hero? Who else but Reggie Evans? He gets the basket to fall and he is loving it. Last chance for the Grizzlies, but DeRay Wilson can't get the shot off and Metro survives the upset bid, 52-51, remaining perfect at home on the season.
Coach just said I just came through under here, just can't wait for the screen, and Coach said just drive it in there, jam it in there, and that's what I did, and it fell for me tonight.
With a game as exciting as that, we almost forgot about the game the men played the night before. It wasn't as exciting, but it was still a solid win over Fort Lewis, 72-51. And after playing at such a high level the entire weekend, Jonathan Morse was named RMAC Defensive Player of the Week. This weekend, the men pack up and head south for games against Western State and Colorado Mesa. After a fantastic men's game featuring the top defense and offense, how are the women going to top that? How about a matchup between two nationally ranked teams? For the first time in the history of the RMAC, the conference has two teams in the top 5 playing one another. Fort Lewis is ranked 4th and Metro is ranked 5th. Let's start this historic matchup. Revenge on the minds of both teams as Metro is on a 3-game losing streak against Fort Lewis, but the last time Fort Lewis visited Metro, the Roadrunners upset the then-ranked #3 Skyhawks. Senior Kaylee Dow proved to be a driving force in the game, getting her 3rd straight double-double, totaling 14 rebounds and 12 points. Junior Brandy Valencia would also add in a game-high 13 points. And defense was at a premium, Alyssa Benson swatting the Fort Lewis layup attempt, and she would find Candace Cohn all alone for the easy 2 points. Wasn't this supposed to be a close game? The Skyhawks would claw their way back to within 13, courtesy of Fort Lewis's top 2 scorers, Dana Schreivogel and Katarina Garcia, getting 9 each. But this was just Metro's night. Cohn and Valencia feeling very, very generous, giving each other the chance to score, but it was Cohn that put it up for 2 over 10 points. The women rout the Skyhawks 78-51 and extend their home win streak to 25 games.
You think you can win a game, but then win it by 27 against a quality team like that. I mean, that's a really good team. So we were really on, and I think they might have been a little bit off. So it probably doesn't indicate the closeness of the quality of teams, but it was a great feeling. I mean, there's no better feeling in sports when you see a team put everything together and so well like that. So very, very exciting, very, very happy.
With the win pulled into a tie at the top of the RMAC with Fort Lewis. The next night, the women's win streak would increase to 26 with another dominating win over Adams State, 63-39. The women will also head south to face off against Western State and Colorado Mesa this weekend. Now we stay indoors for some track and field. The Roadrunners travel to Colorado Springs for the Air Force All-Comers meet on January 13th. The UCLA transfer Darius Reed taking part in the 60-meter hurdles, and the junior crossed the line second in a time of 8.16 seconds. He finished second behind Trevor Brown at Division I Colorado State, so technically he was the top D2 finisher. Also Eric Igerson with a new do. I wonder if it makes him more aerodynamic. Well, Erickson finishes 6th in the mile in a time of 4 minutes and 31 seconds. And a few more notes from the meet. Senior Carrie Allen finished 4th at the 3K, while sprinter Derek Fiorini finished 10th out of 31 in the 200-meter dash. Well, the 16th Winter X Games started last night, and we sent a couple reporters up to Aspen to bring you all the coverage. Here's a quick look at next week's story.
You know, action sports are amazing because they're always progressing and changing, and so, you know, I think I think every year that we have an X Games, it proves to be the biggest and the best event that we've seen.
Literally every year we try to outdo ourselves, and X Games is the place where we like to display what we've been working on. I know, especially for me, this is it.
I'm working on a lot of new tricks that I plan doing out here tomorrow, so it's going to be good.
So I think it's great just being able to show the world what we've been working on.
When it comes down to it, I think most of us can say that it's not for the medals, it's not for the attention, it's because it's fun.
Make sure to tune in next week for full coverage. And from hitting the half pipe to snowmobiling, we want to know what your favorite X Games event is. Sound off on our Facebook and Twitter pages at The Met Report, all one word, and let us know.
Wow, I'm really proud of our teams doing so well at home, and I'm really excited for the X Games today. So.
Yeah, both our basketball teams are doing well, and in X Games news, snowboarder Lindsay Jacobellis has tore her ACL in a practice run yesterday, so she is out for the rest of the games.
That's a total bummer.
It's too bad. Before we go, we have one final surprise. We have a birthday boy. Happy birthday, Kevin!
Thank you, Lika.